About a year and a half ago, I suffered a lower back injury lifting a big TV down a flight of stairs into a basement. And it changed my life. You know, from that point forward, you know, a typical injury, you're able to sit back and it heals. And this one just got worse as it went. It couldn't go to work. It took my life away from me. You know, it was excruciating pain to take a step. I mean, it was a big ordeal if I made it out to the mailbox that day. I laid around. Sitting was the worst, shooting pains. Felt like such pressure on your spine. You know, it used to take me minutes to get in and out of a car. Couldn't bend. It was the worst pain I've ever had in my entire life. I laid around for weeks and it really got worse. I just laid there and it was like a big ordeal for me to like turn over or get up. And I mean, it was just, it took my whole life. You know, I was like, I felt helpless. I was depressed. I was scared because I seen my father go through a surgery for the back. And I wanted no part of that. You know, I wanted to avoid that at all costs. I was 27 years old. I went to Dr. Lupo's office. He sent me down for MRI, found out I had 3 bulging discs in the lower back. He told me about spinal decompression. He explained to me how my discs weren't going to heal on their own, and then told me he could help me. Well, didn't know what to expect, but it was definitely painless. It was quick. They set me up and I watched a movie. It took me like a half hour. First day, didn't really notice much, but I tell you what, in 2 weeks, I noticed a huge difference. I mean, I knew then that I was on the right path, you know, to get better. 2 months, I was probably 80%. I was back to work. I was back living my life. Nobody I talked to knew about this procedure, so it was like, it was risky to even do it. I drove 110 miles round trip to get here every day. You know, I came here 5 days a week. It was a big commitment, but as soon as I started getting better, it was just my life. You know, all the activities I couldn't do, it was like, I'm gonna be able to do these again. I played sports my whole life. I played basketball with friends. I ride snowmobiles, ATVs, boating, and you know, the thought of not being able to do those things again scared me. I'm back doing them now. I went on a snowmobiling trip this year, 2 weeks, rode all around the UP. I do boating, you know, big waves. You know, it's a big step to not have to worry about your back for a day. You know, I can go a week without even having to think about my back. And back the way it was like, that's all you thought about was your back. You're sitting there, you're sulking, I hurt, my life sucks. You know, it was a great change. He was a very knowledgeable guy. He helped me get started. I was really weary at first, and he took me along and explained to me that this is what I need, and he was right. And the staff, you know, you can't say enough about the staff. They made me feel welcome. They always remembered my name, knew I have a big drive, always asked me how it was, tell me if traffic was bad before I got here. They really went the extra step. Nice people. I remember playing basketball for the first time. You know, I showed up and all my friends were like, I can't believe you're back. And I was nervous, you know, don't bump me, don't do this, but by the end of the night, I was back. I was playing, and it felt great. It felt good to get physical and rough and be able to jump and run. You know, it was like doing it all over again, just starting out for the first time. I would strongly recommend this to anybody that can be helped by this. Definitely, definitely. You can't afford not to.